Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Blue. We're going to be having another Shoutcast. This time we are going to be on Temple of the Silent Storm. Going to be two pre-mates going up against each other. We don't have any preconceived teams, at least I apologize if I'm misstating that, but I cannot tell from the tags here if we have any actual teams. So going to be two pre-mates going up against each other. Once again, we are on Temple of the Silent Storm, so let's open up our map and check out the splits. Coming directly out of the gate here, we are probably going to be seeing the Ranger. Actually, interesting, yeah, we are going to be seeing the Ranger make his way over here to the Temple. In addition to that, for the blue team, their Warrior will be heading over here to the altar. Other than that, doesn't look like we're going to be having any crazy crosses to open things up like we sometimes have on this map. But wow, look here in the middle. Bam, I am just getting destroyed right off the bat here in the middle point. No support from his team whatsoever, and just like that, he's out within the first 30 seconds of the game. We already have a kill. Nicely done by the blue team indeed. Red team, however, as we're going to see right now, making the crossover here, getting really aggressive on the blue team. Now they're trying to knock their members out. Puff the Coco did just take a pretty decent amount of damage here. They are trying to take down Tiny Phantasm at the moment, but they need to be careful here because Puff Coco is getting pretty low here. We're going to have to watch out. He may need to be, he needs to be really careful right now. And it is that we are going to be seeing him fall back. It's going to be safe for the time being, but this Mesmer on him at the moment might take him down in the next few seconds. We're just trying to see, trying to escape, trying to get to his close point right now. He's within range of his teammates, so he do think he's going to be alright. Mortiger as well. Wait, I could be wrong on this. We're going to see. Oh, no, he's going to get back up. He's still good. He's still alright. Puff the Coco. Everyone for the red team now falling back over here. Blue team may now be getting a little bit overextended. Black Kittens here, as well as, I believe, Guffy, the Elementalist for this team. Again, taking a look at this Elementalist's build, because we don't see them pretty often, so a lot of people are curious here. Puff the Coco as well was taken down by the blue team, so it's a race to res or stomp. We will see the stomp go off, so blue team will take the advantage over here at the far point now, with a possible 3 cap to open things up here for the blue team. Taking a look, though, at the Elementalist build, like I was saying before. 6 runes of the Ogre, as well as Scepter Focus with the Berserker's Amulet, and the traits being 0, 30, 10, 0, 30. Moving on from there, going back to the middle where we do have some contention going on here. Fallen at the moment, trying to stomp out Sandy Kitten. We do have Tiny Phantasm trying to get a resurrection off at the moment. It's going to be close, and we are going to be seeing him get back up. And now Fallout will fall back on the defensive here. He's going to get bursted down almost instantly. Did take a lot of damage, took a lot of risk in trying to knock out the Warrior here, but unfortunately, the race to res was just too quick coming in there from the blue team, and Sandy Kittens was able to get back up and into the game. The rest of we actually know, we're going to go back to middle because we do have a big group of people coming into here, so this could turn into a pretty big team fight pretty quickly. Black Kitten at the moment is sort of running away from this entire group. He wants to be careful. His heal's not coming up for the next 7 seconds, and as you can see now, the attention did sort of shift off him and headed to the middle point there, so he's going to be alright. Probably be by himself enough time to get his heal off. You can see there, no one from the red team is really close enough to in order to take him down, and there's his heal. He's going to be alright, so we're going to shift back over here. We are going to stay on him for this team fight, though. Watch what he does. Going on to Puff the Coco once more. We did see some grenades go off on him. He's getting low again once more. We may see Puff the Coco get his burst off. 5 stacks of bleach. He's going to be going down. Is pretty far away from his teammates at the moment, so it is looking pretty good for him to go down here. We are seeing Puff the Coco capitalizing on that at the moment, and he will be probably taken down. We do have some more blue team members down here in the middle as well. We have Gluffy down, in addition to Black Kittens, who was just stomped out there, and Sandy Kittens as well is going to get taken down. He's actually going to Vengeance here. We're going to have to see, is he actually going to be able to take anyone down in this process? Is always a risky move. Sometimes they do it just to shorten their spawn time if they're being left for dead. However, he was actually being stomped, so he's taking the risk here. He's going to try to kill someone, but unfortunately he can't actually contest points, and the red team knows this, so they're just going to skirt around with him. They're just going to make sure they play it safe, they all backed up, and they're going to be alright for the time being. Going back to the overview point, though, because we still have some people swarming in here. This is a pretty consistent mid-fight that we have going on here at the moment. Red team has re-ascertained control of this, though. They have this, they're gaining the points now, so red team is now going to shift things around, and they're actually going to start working towards tying this game up and then taking the lead. But the current scores, the blue team doesn't have the cap control at the moment. They have 1 point to their name, but they are in the lead with 129 points. In addition to that, we do have the red team now in second place, but they do have the cap control and are on their way back to closing this gap with 79 points at the moment. Mortiger was just taken down over here by Tiny Phantasm. Gonna get knocked down in the middle of the road. Now, Tiny Phantasm could, in theory, actually leave Mortiger here, but he is gonna opt to stomp him out there just to take him down, just to get those extra points for his team. We do have the first stillness buff spawning, actually, and a lot of people made their way over here. Both teams really need to try and get this right now, so they're really focused on this. Blue team, however, is gonna be taking the advantage of the chaos, trying to get that buff, so they are gonna be getting over here. No contention for the red team whatsoever, and blue team will get that second side point up for their name. In addition to that, red team did take the middle buff, but they don't have any points. They lost mid too now, so it's not good looking good here for the red team now. Blue team has stolen their 1 point, and they've also decapped their middle point away from them now, so blue team once more is going to be trying to open up this gap a little more. Checking out what's going on here in the middle fight, though, we do have 2 blue members playing somewhat passively, if I do say so myself, but it seems to be working pretty well for them at the moment. They did take Puff the Coco down, Gluffy going in for the stomp, and unfortunately unfortunately, Soul is not going to be able to get him up there, is not going to be able to get him up fast enough, and he's now going to be in a 1v2 scenario, needs to hold off, running what appears to be somewhat of almost a hybrid Guardian build, I would say. Just taking a look at the stats here. Actually, no, take that back. Still pretty tanky, rolling off here with about 1.4k vitality, 1.7k toughness. In addition to it, running a Valkyrie's Amulet and the traits being 0, 0, 20, 30, 20 here. Gluffy, however, as you saw though, he did get taken down there in the 2v1 scenario. He's going to get knocked out. Puff the Coco is coming back from spawn though, so he's going to be making his way in here to middle. At this point though, again, and I talk about this a lot, it becomes the Lemmings effect where they're only sending people to the point to hold it in contention. And even right there, as you see, Puff the Coco sort of realized his mistake in coming here and the fact that he was doomed to die and tried to escape, but it was just too late. He was too devoted to it and actually now got taken down off the point, and Gluffy's just going to be manually DPSing him down for damage there. So now blue team did take control of that middle point. They have lost the control over here at the temple point. They obviously, red team did focus on getting their close point back, but nonetheless, blue team still holding on to that two cap pretty consistently here, so they are sort of pushing themselves ahead. They have just over a 100-point lead now, still easily comebackable here for the red team to come back in, or for the red team to come back in here and try and take that away from them. So as we go back over here to the middle fight again, where the red team trying to get the pressure in there, they are still sort of coming off of their close points, so they need to be really careful with how they engage this. Soul, in my opinion, should sort of just be hanging back at the moment. Obviously, they don't want to be sitting back doing nothing, but they just need to be careful with how many people they pull in here, because blue team, I believe, still has about 3 people in this middle point ready to fight and ready to hold on to it. But check it out over here at the altar as well. We do have Bam I Am over here trying to take down Sandy Kittens. Now, Sandy Kittens is going to be an extremely hard target for Bam I Am to take down. Running over here, Bam I Am doesn't appear to have a lot of sources of poison, with the exception of his Fumigate and possibly the 2 on his... Actually, no, he's running Rifle, so he doesn't have a lot of poison sources at all, which is really, in my opinion, the one true weakness to the Warrior over here, because the Warrior is so heavily reliant on that passive regeneration. So this fight, in all honesty, could probably go on for quite a long time, and I see it extending until reinforcements from either team show up. So going back over here to the middle, in addition to that, we are going to have both buffs now. The buff, which can flip all 3 points in your favor, is going to be spawning in the next few seconds here, so that's worth a consideration as well. No one down at the bottom, surprisingly enough. Usually there's always someone down there waiting, but both teams are going to opt to stay on their team fights for the time being. They are shifting off it now. You can see it right here on the mini-map, just the mad rush to the points. We have Tiny Phantasm is going to get to the buff first for the blue team, but he unfortunately is not going to get a chance to steal it away. Soul actually got taken down, so Puff the Coco now has to come in addition to Mortiger. They have to save their teammate before they lose this team fight here, and unfortunately it's not going to be enough. We did see Tiny Phantasm get the stomp off. Holy Kitten is now trying to sneak channel the buff away. We're going to see if he's able to do that. He did take a lot of damage in the process and is going to be in the down state right now. Other red team members coming in on him, trying to get the stomp off right now. We do still have, and we're going to shift point of view once more here, as he was stomped out there. Tiny Phantasm is the only person here for the blue team in here. Red team as well did get the top buff. This is red team's chance. If they get this, and he's going to pour it away too. He's going to come back in just a second, but this is red team's chance right now to come back into this. Did they get it? No, they did not get it yet. I'm trying to see if someone else from the blue team. No, they were just waiting for that. As we're going to see, the Tiny Phantasm getting really low, but by going out of that portal and buying enough time, he did actually buy enough time for Gluffy to get back down here. There's still that contention. Red team still has the top buff under their control, but unfortunately, unless they get, and we actually saw Mortiger go down here now, so we're going to have to see. Puff the Coco still has his deception. In theory, we might see Mortiger get stomped out here first. We have to see now, trying to knock back Gluffy, but it's not going to be enough. It actually backfired, and Mortiger now gets taken down, so blue team's going to flip this around. They might take the bottom buff now. More reinforcements piling in for them now. Sandy Kittens just got down here. Wow, they turned this around. Nicely done by the blue team here. They're on those other points, ready to go too, so really excellent job here by the blue team. They just completely shifted a really bad situation around and turned it completely in their favor there. Excellent job there on knocking out Mortiger. That just completely, with that stomp out there, just again, completely flipped things around, and now blue team has the surefire advantage here. They did get the bottom buff. Red team was ready to go though over here at their close point, so they are going to be getting that back directly. Blue team doesn't really care for that though. They still have the 2 cap, and they're still pretty content with just having that 2 cap and holding on to the lead that they have held for most of this game. Just to take a look at the scores for those of you that get either for some reason can't see the video or can't see the overlay, it's 385 points for the blue team at the moment, with 2 capture points in their favor, to 220 points for the red team with 1 capture point in their favor. That capture point is under contention, but both the blues are sitting pretty in their control. Scratch that, actually the altar is contested at the moment, which is in blue team's control currently. But going over here to the temple fight, we do have 2 blue team members. They're going all in for this third point. They want it, despite the fact that they are losing the cap over here at the altar point. They are slowly losing control of that, so that's something to consider as well. But we're just going to try to switch back and forth here, trying to not to focalize too much on either one. Back over here, we do have a down body. Sandy Kittens that is back over here, and that's actually a 1v2 between Fallout. So Sandy Kittens though was able to get himself back up there. Again, the 1v2 is something to heavily consider here, but nicely done by Fallout nonetheless, and actually taking down Sandy Kittens in the 1v2 scenario here. So we'll have to see if he's able to do it again. Red team as well actually stole blue team's only remaining point away from them. So this is, again, this this could be a chance for them to come back. I believe the buff as well is going to spawn in the next 10 seconds here as well. So if red team gets that, there's still a chance they could shift this around as long as they keep all the points away from the blue team right now. Fallout, though, as you just saw there, did go down. We did have Bam I Am coming with the crate, though. Now he needs to stop. He needs to interrupt them once more. Guffy was ready this time, though. No, he actually got interrupted, though, and Fallout's back up, though. They turned this into a 2v2. The buff spawned, as we're going to be seeing now. Red team instantly got that. They could still come back into this. Blue team has no points right now. It doesn't look like they're going to have any for quite some time. They're looking to lose over here at the temple, too. This fight could still turn around. Nicely done by Fallout getting the stomp off on his Sandy Kittens. They're now aggressing, apologies, Gluffy. Gluffy's going to be in the downstate here. They're going to be getting this point back anytime now. Blue team is investing heavily on middle, though, as you can see. They can still get that back, but nonetheless, there's still 5 minutes left in this game, and there's still a chance that red team could turn this around. If they have that virtual 2 cap, they're going to have the virtual 4 cap in just a second here once they get the temple point back under their control as well. There it is, 4 points every 2 seconds. Blue team's waiting over here to make their way onto the altar point as well. We have one person coming in for there, but the majority of their forces is devoted over here at the middle point, and unfortunately, it just doesn't seem to be distributed well enough, because Black Kittens once again is going to get taken down, and red team will retake this as well, and they'll be holding the 3 cap. But blue team again applying pressure to all three sources. Red team is trying their best to keep them held up here once they come out of spawn. We have Soul running interference at the moment. It was holding off two of their members as they were coming out of spawn. The other members of the blue team, as we can see here right now, we do have Black Kitten in the downstate. Gluffy is trying to resurrect them up at the moment, although Puff the Coco is doing an excellent job. Just all this corpse cleave he has available to him and trying to keep Black Kitten down. More people coming in the middle, though. Puff the Coco says, I need to keep that body down, and unfortunately a mistake has been made there, as there was a bit too much burst in the fight there. He's going to get taken down, and unfortunately off point, though, so he's not going to be able to contest that. Blue team getting that kill now. They're starting to get some points back, but guys, look at the score. Red team has completely evaporated, and they hold the cap control now. There's going to be, I think we may get the bottom buff spawns here too. So this is going to be an epic finish. We are seeing them. They close the lead. They're going to take the lead now. They're not going to take away the altar point. Red team has come back, and they have a chance of now winning this game. As we can see here in middle, though, blue team finally got the staging point they needed. Just to open up the map real quick, because there's not any direct combat going on. The rest of them look like they're going to be heading over here to the temple. No, scratch that. They're going for buffs right now. Actually, no, there's still another minute for those buffs to spawn. It looked like they were heading for that. They probably made the same mistake I did in the miscalculation of the time, because games usually don't actually go this far in, so we'll have to see. But again, red team is now in the lead. They have come back from this now. They're fighting heavily over here at the altar. Sandy Kitten actually did get the decap off there, so there is that to consider as well. They're up by about 8 points at the moment here, so we'll have to see. Sandy Kitten got to get taken down. They will reclaim that point. No one from the blue team is making their way over there just yet, and red team just holding. It's oh so passive for the red team at the moment. They're just trying their best to hold them. You can see them. This is actually really brilliant of the red team. They're just trying to keep as many blue team members in combat off point as possible, just to keep them out of combat, or just to keep them in combat and off the points for as long as possible. And it is working. They're 10 points ahead. They can still come back into this. The buffs are gonna spawn in 15 seconds too. That is to consider. As we can see over here as well, we did have one of the members of the red team that was over here at the temple point. He went down, but he's gotten back up. We'll have to see. Let's take a look at this. Going down here to the bottom buff. Where is blue team? This could be a free bottom cap for the red team now, and that might be GG. They might take this. Here's the bottom buff. Gonna spawn right now. No one from the blue team is here. No one's even close enough. That's a free buff for the red team. They're gonna take this, guys. I think that's GG for red team. They're gonna get the top buff too. No contestation there. They got the bottom buff. Soulkey got the top buff. Excellent job by the red team. They came back. They took this game. Well done indeed. The Fallout, Soulkey, Bam I Am, Puff the Coco, and Mortiger for coming back over a 100-point deficit while blue team was less than 100 points away from winning. Excellent job indeed. GG's on both sides. Wow, we're definitely going to be uploading this one, guys. If you are watching this on YouTube, I encourage you to subscribe. There are new uploads every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, in addition to the weekly gem giveaways, which all you gotta do to enter that is leave a comment down below and subscribe to the channel, and you will be automatically entered to win that. Guys, I definitely hope you enjoyed this cast, because this was an epic game, and we will see you next time. And for those of you watching on Twitch, please feel free to continue asking me questions, as we are now back and live.